Anyway, we're back into it. Now look at the rain. It's good sign. Haven't had rain. It was like the driest 10% since the 1900s. Again, bad year. But today's chose the rain when we started the meeting, which I don't see any. I'm not one into coincidences. I think God's give us a bit of a sign there. And I did have a look at the there is a thing, I don't know if you've heard about the latter rain movement, have you? It talks about the former and latter rains in the Bible. The Pentecostals, some of them got carried away with the latter rain, and they are in the Spirit. They're talking about the Spirit, and they got really carried away with God coming in, and all of a sudden he's just going to bring the latter rain, and all the church people are just going to be full of power and authority and start doing the gifts and stuff like that, and really got carried away with it. But I believe in the latter rain. I believe God will pour his Spirit out, but it's not going to be, hopefully it's going to be over everyone at once. But the people that want to seek him more will get it before anyone else. And I know, remember that word I said the start of 2025, to him who has more will be given, he'll have abundance, and to him who has not, even what he has will be taken away and given to those who have. And I said that was what was going to be on in 2025. And I feel like we've all been given more through 2025, entering 2026. I believe that I know you're heaps more well equipped. You got more faith, you got more desire to seek God, you're practicing, experimenting with what you've been given, and I can see it happening here, which is fantastic. And I believe that's going to increase. That wasn't just for 1 year, that's going to increase to everyone that wants whatever they want. If you want from God, you seek him, he'll give it to you. Knocking, the door shall be opened. Asking, you shall receive. Seeking, you shall find. Knocking, the door shall be opened. And I believe there's going to be a lot more of that going on for anyone who wants it. And we see a lot of the Pentecostal prosperity mobs, the mega churches, are starting to shut down because they're not getting what they used to get. You know, there's a lot of people, you get on the internet and just type in prosperity churches closing down, or mega churches. They're shutting down. People are not falling into their traps anymore, and that's a great thing too. But the latter rain, back to the latter rain, I'll read you the scriptures. Hosea 6, 1-3. The latter rain is the one that finishes the fruit. Everything starts fruit, and you get the rain that'll bring the plant to fruit. Then there'll be, say, a dry spell through summer, or the last rain, the heavy rain that'll finish the fruit, finish the heads in the wheat, finish whatever, you know. And that's the latter rain, to bring the plants to fruit, to finish them off. And that's this only come this morning when I heard there's rain coming. Latter rain started coming, and which is good for us. We need the latter rain. Hosea 6, verse 1-3. Put the old fella glasses on. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he has torn and he will heal us. He has smitten and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us. In the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Then shall we know, if we follow on to know the Lord, his going forth is prepared as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter rain and former rain unto the earth. So there's a spiritual latter rain. It's not just the physical rain. There's a spiritual component to when they say latter rain, and there's more in Joel. Joel links it a bit better with when Peter said, you know, your young man shall dream dreams, your old man shall prophesy, your handmaiden shall prophesy, and stuff like that. What's going on? Here we are. Chapter 2, yep, 23 to 32. And this is not, I got some words, I asked God what's going on, and I'll read that in a minute, what's going on in 2026, and I believe He's given me a bit of insight in what's going to happen. But this is just what I got this morning, 2:23 to 32. Fear not, be not afraid, you beasts of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness do spring. For the tree bears her fruit, the fig tree and the vine do yield their strength. This is all symbolic. This is to do with us, what's going on within us and around us and in the people of God, you know. Be glad then, you children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God, for He has given you the former rain moderately, and He will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain and the latter rain in the first month. So that's the former rain that causes the plant to grow, and the latter rain finishes fruiting up. So I believe He's going to start giving us the latter rain, us. And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the fats shall overflow with wine and oil. Now, this is symbolic of the Spirit, the gifts, the power, the authority, the anointing, whatever. This is what we're reading. We're got the insight here now. And I'll restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. Everything that was lost in the past, God will start to restore. Again, if you seek Him, if you want it, if you pray for these things. And then He says, my great army which I sent among you, which means God's sovereign over all things. Even when He sends the bad, if it's from Him, it's for a reason, it's for a purpose. He wants us to learn, He wants us to get experience, get understanding, and He wants to use it so He can turn us onto the right path and steer us and do mighty things through us. And you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God that has dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, or I am in the midst of the body of Christ, or the believers, and that I am the Lord your God and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. And it shall come to pass afterward, and this is how we know He's talking spiritually, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my Spirit on all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, your old man shall dream dreams, your young man shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my Spirit. And that's what I believe He's saying. And this sign of rain is, I just don't believe it's a coincidence. I believe that He's showing us, or showing me, that things are going to increase. And there's no doubt in my mind that's what's going on. How long since we've had rain? Too long. And then all of a sudden we have the meeting and it's rained, and we didn't get much, but at least we got something. Yeah, we got some thunder. Yeah, fantastic. So I believe God's showing us 2026 going to be a good year. But anyway, I asked Him, this is what He told me, and right, I sat down, this has happened on the 12th, the 1st, 26. I said, God, what's going on? Well, what's going to happen this year? And I heard chaos and war. And then He said a time for war, a time of peace, financial distress. But the time of war will reveal darkness. It'll reveal the war will expose the darkness, expose the wicked, whoever and whatever they are, and we'll be able to see it. If we're watching, we'll be able to see who's who and what's what. They're not things... so when that starts, just see who's who's fighting who and what's going on and what's being revealed. And then he said natural disasters, or disasters like never before. Natural, they'll look like natural, whether they're cyclones, earthquakes, tsunamis, whatever. They'll look natural, but they're going to be man-made. And these, they've got weather weapons and nukes under the sea and all sorts of things to make these things. So when you see it, and it's not going to be from God. It's going to be from the devil, right? But when the judgment comes on the earth and God starts sending his wrath, it's from him. This ain't going to be from him. So don't get tangled up in looking on the internet thinking it's the end and everything's just going to fall in a heap. I've been there myself, burying food. It'll send you mad. It'll just send you into depression and fear. It's, there's more praying. More believers will start praying and leave established religion. Like I said, a lot of them mega churches are failing, they're falling, they're not going back, they're losing heaps. And they can't pay the bills of the big places that they've made. And yeah, it's falling in a heap real quick. And you can see that. This was the 12th of the 1st, and now it was only like a week ago or a few days ago I was looking into that, and it's happening more and more. And then satanic cults being revealed, and since then there was a big cult, or little cult, they thought in Sydney, satanic cult, and they've been busting them up there, and now, one or two, half a dozen blokes, and one of them was a sergeant in the police force who was made the best copper in New South by the Rotary Club. So, and now they've caught him with that other weirdo, like in bad stuff, doing bad stuff, and now they've actually got 145 that they're questioning. The trouble is they might get them on the bottom, but pray that it'll go right to the top, because it does go right to the top.